Amazon is the place to buy just about anything you want these days, but have you ever noticed they sell tons of cheap phones with really bad reviews? Well, I bought 4 of the cheapest used phones I could find on Amazon, and in this video, we're gonna put these 1-star reviews to the test and see if these phones deserve it. So here I have a renewed and unlocked TCL 30Z, but half the reviews say the phone actually was locked, and then Shibby here says, I must have missed something because this was a used piece of shit. So I'm excited to see what's inside. Oh, ooh. Doesn't excellent usually mean there's no scratches on the screen? This thing's got an abundance of scratches. What in the world, dude? Yeah, so excellent condition on Amazon says no screen scratches, which was just not true here. Now, in terms of the body's fine. I don't see anything wrong with the back. I mean, it's got some weird wear and tear on it, but I mean, it is a used phone. It's not gonna be perfect, but yeah, let's see if this thing turns on at all. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, first things first, this thing was already pre-set up. There was no setup process or anything, which is always a little bit sketch for Android phones where you have to, usually put in your Google email, sign in, all that kind of stuff. But this thing's already set up, so who knows what's been put on this phone. But let's go ahead and start by just seeing what apps are on this thing. So we got one weather, a bunch of Google stuff. We got this dang My Sites thing. Let's see what that opens to. I think it's like a weather or a news kind of thing. Yeah, it's a track phone, My Sites. All right, let's start by getting to an internet connection here and see what happens then. Okay, well, not too surprising, but it only supports 2.4 gig Wi-Fi, not 5 gig Wi-Fi. So yeah, just something to note there, but we are connected. Let's go ahead and see if we can do anything on this phone now. And of course, now that it's downloading a system update, now that it has internet connection, it's probably gonna update a million other things too. Preparing for setup, what is going on, man? Please stop this stuff. I just wanna use this phone, please. Please stop. Android 12, 3000 milliamp hour capacity, Helio A22, yeah, so not great. 5 megapixel front, 8 megapixel back cameras, and 720 by 1560 display. So again, not surprising for the price of this phone, but let's temper our expectations here, I guess. But I guess speaking of the megapixels in this camera, let's go ahead and try the cameras out and see how these things function, see if they actually even work. We'll do a little selfie here first. Oh my gosh. Look at the colors there. It's just like so washed out, no detail at all. We'll try out the back cam now. Okay, that's a little better. I'll call that acceptable. I think we're ready to leave our review. Nothing really special about this phone, but it's definitely not excellent refurbished. Like there's scratches all over the screen. That's just not great. 3 stars. So here I have a TCL 50LE that I paid about 45 bucks for. It's supposed to be Verizon locked and also renewed, so hopefully it's in good condition. Now the reviews, there's a 1-star review that says phone. It has no SIM card. Now I don't think it's supposed to come with one, so I don't know if that's a valid review, but thanks Casey. And this one says, not what it says, trash. To be fair, those 2 reviews might just be from stupid buyers. So let's go ahead and see what's inside of this bad boy. Oh, that's a weird looking phone. We have a flash, we have a small camera, and we have a giant lens here with just a giant ring around it. It looks like a CD there. That's strange. And then here on the front we have a screen protector or some kind of screen film that's just plopped on here for whatever reason. Let's go ahead and try to peel that off and see how this thing looks. And oh, that's it's actually a nice screen there. The only wear and tear I see on the body here is just like little sticker residue, which is fine, I guess. But let's go ahead and see if this thing will boot up. Wait, actually, hold on. I just noticed there's some pretty bad nicks here on the bottom. Like the dents aren't that big of a deal, but it's kind of actually in an area where it kind of rubs in your hand if you're holding it here. But like I just don't get it. Why don't you move it down to good condition instead of excellent when you got stuff like that on here? I don't get it. But let's go ahead and see if this thing will finish booting up someday. Hello? This thing is insanely slow. Well, pressing play does nothing. And we got a Verizon logo. Okay, it is Verizon locked, so that makes sense there. Okay, so at least this phone has a welcome screen, so I don't have to, it's not already pre-set up for me, which is a little less sus than the last phone or the phone earlier. So let's go ahead and see if we can set this thing up and get to, yes, what is this? No way. This phone needs a SIM card to work? You're joking, right? I can't do anything without a SIM card? Wow, I haven't seen a phone like this in ages, but let's go ahead and see if I can find just a random dud SIM card to throw in this thing and see if it'll at least boot up. I can see why that one lady was complaining about no SIM card now, because she couldn't even boot the phone up without a SIM card, which seems a little absurd, but let's go ahead and see if this, yep, SIM card not from Verizon either. Cool. All right, guys, so to try to resolve this issue, I went down to my local Walmart, picked up this bring your own phone SIM toolkit here, and I was a little concerned at first because this seal was broken before I even opened it myself. But I opened it up and I transferred my Verizon eSIM from another phone to this SIM card. I put it in this phone and let's boot it up and it appears to, yeah, it shows my phone number there. So it appears to actually be working. I haven't set it up yet, but that actually surprises me because I've tried this in the past and it just frankly did not work. Here's the thing. While it can obviously be annoying to deal with random hiccups like this, it's really just, one of the sacrifices we make by getting a cheaper phone on the pre-owned market. And frankly, it can be a great way to avoid spending hundreds or even thousands of dollars on a new phone. And I mean, if you resonate with that and are looking to find additional ways to save money or budget better, you should check out Rocket Money, who is the sponsor of today's video. So Rocket Money is a personal finance app that allows you to manage subscriptions, lower bills, make a custom budget, and grow your savings all in one place. Now, one of my favorite features is the ability to cancel unwanted subscriptions. You know, if you're like me, you may have fallen into the trap of having too many subscriptions over the years. And you know, Rocket Money automatically makes a list of all your subscriptions, so it's easy to keep track of them in just one place. And you can even cancel the ones you don't want anymore with just a few taps. And another great thing is Rocket Money can even help you lower your bills. You know, with just a couple of taps, Rocket Money can help negotiate bills for you, from internet service to cable and even phone bills. I mean, seriously, if you're like me, you can't stand being on those customer service calls, so let Rocket Money's negotiators just do it for you. So guys, to save more and spend less, join the 5 million members using Rocket Money today. Scan the QR code on screen or click the link in the description to get started for free. All right, guys, let's go ahead and click next here, and hopefully I can actually set this phone up now and use it. Oh, hey, and this phone supports 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Hey, that's a nice little bonus there. Cool. What? Hold on. I have never seen this before. You have to select whether you're in Utah or another state because of the minor's requirements for internet content. All right, not sure if that's a new thing, but okay. Oh, hey, we got a fingerprint here. Okay, let's go ahead and set this thing up. Is it on the sensor on the side? Yes, indeed it is. It's on the power button here on the side. Okay. Oh, no, here it is. Oh, dude. I thought we could have avoided by being on Verizon, but I guess, you know, like 3 of the phones I've tested in the last couple of months have had this stupid thing where it tries to download all these apps for you, and you got to click through them and say no, and they're all unchecked here. Wait, there we go. All unchecked here, and it's still gonna download stuff for me because it just does that. As you can see, they're all unchecked, so it shouldn't download anything, but it still will. Just trust me. And I will say the brightness is like, it's not great. I mean, again, really not surprising for a phone that's, you know, 45 bucks and used. And guys, really the first thing I noticed on this phone when I started setting it up is the poor vibration on this. Let me just show you here. I don't know how to explain it without you actually feeling it in person, but sometimes these cheaper phones have a vibration that just like, it just doesn't feel right. You press and it's like the vibrations like overlap each other as you're clicking new buttons. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not a good vibration feel again, but it's really just an annoyance of mine. And oh, here we go, guys. Here we got all the games that are downloaded. Now, I'm actually not sure if the games showing here are the same games that I unchecked in that thing, but like, where did these games come from? We got Solitaire, Spades, Mahjong, Toy Blast. It just downloads all the stuff. I wonder if we can just delete these. Yeah, we can, but they just come pre-installed, which is, of course, annoying. But I will say, one of the nice things is I'm booted into this phone and didn't even have to sign into Google, so we're not doing all the Google crap now. But let's go ahead and start by taking a photo here and see how this camera looks. I can't imagine it'll be very good, but we'll test it anyway and see what it does. Here in the selfie cam, actually, I think it looks better than the last one. Yeah, I mean, that's totally acceptable for a $45 phone. Let's go ahead and flip it around now. I mean, what I'm looking at here is like 5 feet away from me, and that's pretty rough looking, so yeah, not a huge fan of that. I also feel like everything I do on this phone is just ultra sluggish, like just going down the taskbar here. It just like, it's so slow. I guess we'll pull up one of these random games just to play it and make sure it actually runs properly. So we'll pull up the banger that is Candy Crush here and play around a little bit and hopefully don't get addicted to it in the meantime. But let's go ahead and yeah, see how this thing can run. Automatically caption media. What did I press that? Poor start here. Pressing play does nothing. I don't know if that's an app issue or the phone's just acting up again. Can I go home? Yeah, that works. Okay, maybe a different game. I've never played Solitaire, so I don't know how to play, but yeah, it looks like it's working, which, I mean, it should. It's a game from, I don't know, this is like a game that should run on any phone ever, like on any Android phone ever, so I don't know, man. What in the heck? But guys, I think we've seen enough of this phone. Let's go ahead and leave our own review for it. Man, I really don't like this phone. And I mean, David gave it 1 star and said it's trash, which I 100% agree with, but I will say the condition of this phone seems fine, so I'll bump it up a star and say 2 stars. Yeah, so guys, that phone you just saw there, I just thought I had to make this segment here because I use it some more later, and I think it is legitimately the worst phone I have ever used in my entire life. It is so slow. When I try to swipe down from the taskbar, I have to do it like 5 times. If I click on anything, it takes a good 3 seconds. When I swipe up and down, there's like a good half-second delay of just like swiping up and down through the apps, and it's just, I couldn't convey it in the video, but this thing is so bad. I've used a lot of bad phones. This is the worst. Do not buy this phone. Hey guys, here I have a TCL Flip 3 for Verizon. It's Amazon renewed, and while the phone itself actually doesn't have bad reviews, the seller has some questionable 1-star reviews. Let me explain. So the seller has a ton of these reviews that are actually X'd out and says, message from Amazon, this item was fulfilled by Amazon and we take responsibility for this fulfillment experience. But most of the reviews don't seem to lean toward it being an Amazon issue. But anyways, let me just show you some of these reviews here because they're a little rough. This one says, the phone was advertised as refurbished good, but arrived with a broken screen and heavy scratches. Amazon and the seller refused to deal with it in any reasonable way. Sounds about right. This one says, after 7 hours of phone calls to Amazon, Samsung, T-Mobile, Metro PCS, and 3 store visits to Metro PCS, we found out the effing phone could not be activated because it was blacklisted. Wow. And this one also says phone is registered lost/stolen. So yeah, a little scary. Let's go ahead and see what's open inside of this thing though. Same kind of packaging. We've got yeah, sure enough, little bag. We got a SIM card removal tool as per usual. We have a USB, oh wow, a USB-C charger. Hold on, is this flip phone USB-C compatible? That's actually kind of sick. Also this little screen protector on the front, which is nice, helps us from getting too scratched up here. And sure enough, it is USB-C. Okay, this is actually a pretty slick looking flip phone here. It's going to take off the screen protector or screen film or whatever. And yeah, the front looks perfect. That's good to see. And inside, dude, this, oh, that stuff's so sticky. The screen protector was so tight there. I just felt like it might actually pull the screen off. But let's go ahead and see if this thing will turn on first. Hey, we got power. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, phone is booted up, but the screen brightness is pretty rough and the viewing angles are rough as well. Now, not too surprising for a $35 or $40 flip phone or whatever. Let's turn off phone activation. No, wait, no. I need a SIM card in it to turn on. You've got to be kidding me. All right, let me find a SIM card. I'll put it in and we'll come back. Well, guys, we'll try the SIM card from earlier and see if that works. I did already put it in, and let me just show you the back here because it's actually pretty nice. Being that it's a flip phone, you can just pull the back cover off, take the battery out, pop in a SIM card, pop in an SD card. You know, kind of miss those days when you could pop stuff in the back instead of having to torch the glass off your screen to do anything. But guys, let's go ahead and turn this thing back on and hopefully it'll actually work now. Okay, it says SIM card's already been activated. Your phone number is blah. You will not be able to make phone calls or including emergency calls while setting up your phone. Okay, sure. Well, I think it's working. And I did all that just connect to Wi-Fi, which is whatever. But it looks like we only have 2.4 gig Wi-Fi, which is not surprising on a flip phone. But of course, oh man, we got to use our, what do you call this, T9 keys? Is that? I haven't used these in so long that I forgot what they're called. We'll see if we can pull this out of my back pocket and remember how to do this. Okay, setup complete. Immediately got a bunch of notifications here, but let's go ahead and scroll around and see what's on this phone. And at first glance, it's, you know, it's not bad at all. It looks like a just a standard flip phone. Got your store, internet, news, contacts, call log, all the standard stuff that you really need on a flip phone, including the weather app. Let's go ahead and see how that works. What is this? First thing I see is an ad. Interesting. And now I got to type in a city name. Not going to do that because I don't want to type anymore on this thing. All right, so that works. Let's try the camera now. Next up, do we have a front-facing camera? I don't think so. Interesting. I guess you can just do the little flip-de-do right here and take a photo, maybe. Okay, there's a screen. That works. Let me see. Can I take a photo this way? Okay, volume buttons don't do anything, and there's no camera button as far as I can tell on the outside of this thing. So that's kind of a missed opportunity to use this as your selfie cam, but all right. I guess I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Oh, what a classic sound right there. Yeah, kind of what I expect for a flip phone, so that's acceptable. Oh, we got games? Hold up. We got games. We got Gyms, Birdie, 2048, Whack-A-Mole, and Guardian. See, these are games that I feel like are acceptable to come pre-installed on a phone. Like, they're just very basic games that are kind of just to pass the time, which I guess, if you think about it, the other ones are as well, but they feel more bloatware because they're just like abundant. There's like 10 of them. They're just random games you don't want, but I don't know. I feel like having 2048 on your flip phone is perfectly fine and normal, but maybe you feel differently. Let's try this out. And yeah, there's another ad that just comes up right in front of it. I gotta press dismiss instead of go. Okay, that's a little trippy, but all right. Yeah, it works. Okay, cool. Okay, well, I was on Google Maps trying to type in China or say China to it, and it's gone. Hey, there we go. No reviews of China. That's such a goofy thing to see on Google Maps. But anyways, that works. Even got YouTube. Yo, that's hype. YouTube on the flip phone? Hold up. Okay, it looks like a browser basically. That's, yeah, all right. Smokin Silicon. Smoke and Silicon. Sure. Yep, that's definitely what I said. Where are the videos? Oh, there we go. Scroll. Let's go. Hype. Okay, can I? Oh man, I'm gonna lose half the video before I get to my full screen button. There we go. Yo, it works. Honestly, it's less sluggish than a lot of smartphones I use. I gotta say, man, this flip phone, it's impressing me for a flip phone. So I don't know, man. I'll take it. Totally fine for 32 bucks or whatever I paid for it. I'm still not sure what this button on the front does. It looks like it's probably a shortcut for calling, but I haven't set it up yet, so I guess it's just not working. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and leave a review for this phone. Honestly, not sure what was up with those seller reviews because this phone is perfectly fine and in great condition. Now, I am gonna take a star off because you have to have a SIM card to even boot this phone, but guys, I'm gonna go 4 stars here. So guys, here I have an Alcatel Go Flip for about 40 bucks, and the review's a little rough. This one says, not the greatest phone. Sometimes the number keys just don't work. This one says, waste of money, won't charge, definitely turn on. Huh? Complete waste of money. But all right, let's just open it up and see what's inside of this thing, man. A flip phone in 2025 just seems wrong, but yeah, we'll see what it has in store for us. Okay, and yeah, that's a flip phone, and it has a track phone logo on it, so hopefully it's actually unlocked. It's supposed to be unlocked and renewed. So let's see how renewed and unlocked this thing is. So that's interesting. Has this thing been used at all? Hold on. We have a little sticker on the top, which is kind of nice. Also a sticker on the inside. Press and hold to power on there. Okay. The screen has clearly been wiped down, which is, that's fine. I don't see any scratches or anything, which is a good sign. Let's go ahead and try to turn this thing on and see if we have any power. And that would be a no. So let's try to charge it up. So guys, phone is charged up some and booted up. Let's go ahead and try to set this thing up. Looks like we only have 2.4 gig Wi-Fi, which is not surprising on a flip phone here. Hey, and booted right in. That's kind of nice now that, ooh, man, the viewing angles on this thing are horrible. Like, you got to have it at the perfect angle. Actually, even like 2 degrees off of the perfect angle here gets really bad. Like, look at that. Oh, man. But anyways, got a nice little background there. Let's go ahead and check out our apps. What's on here? We got call log, store, camera, all that kind of standard stuff for KaiOS. Now, unlike the last one, I don't see any pre-downloaded games, which is fine, whatever. There's probably some in the store we can download, but I don't want any right now. Let's go ahead and first start by checking out the camera here, which appears on this phone as well. We don't have a front-facing camera. Looks like we just have the back-facing camera, and I wonder if I can... Oh, I should probably peel this thing off. There it goes. All right, so I wonder if we can use this front-facing camera as our screen for taking a photo. Let's go ahead and try that out. There is a camera button on this phone. It doesn't seem to work, though. I'm pressing it, I'm holding it. It's just doing nothing. That's great. Oh, it opens it up inside of the phone. Whatever, man. Let's take another photo. Yep, that's about what I expect for a flip phone. Man, these viewing angles, oh. They're so rough, I can't even use this phone hardly. And I mean, this phone was $39, so it was a little more expensive than the last flip phone, and it's definitely worse so far. There's no YouTube on here. I don't know if is there internet? Where's the internet browser? There it is, browser. Let's go ahead and pull this up and see if we can do anything on this thing. Can we search for YouTube maybe? Also, yeah, it took me straight to a track phone website. Hold on, I wonder, it's supposed to be unlocked here. I wonder if I can pop in a Verizon SIM card if that'll work. Let's try that out. Holy crap, the back won't come off. It's got a little tab there, just like most flip phones, but it will not pry off. Holy crap, finally came off here, all right. Pop the SIM card in and see what happens. Let me see if I can turn off Wi-Fi and verify we do have service on Verizon here. You can barely see it, but it does say 4G LTE up there, so let's go ahead and try to search on our internet browser and just, actually, we're gonna make a phone call. Let's try that. Let's make a phone call and see what happens. Hello? Hello? That works. Cool. Yeah, so not sure if it's fully unlocked, but at least a Verizon SIM works in a track phone, which is not, typically a track phone will only work with track phone SIMs, I believe, even though Verizon owns track phone. It's a sticky situation, but guys, let's go ahead and leave our review for this. So I don't think the reviews were accurate on this phone, but the phone is pretty bad. I mean, if you want a flip phone, just buy the TCL Flip 3, man. No problem with the seller though, and the phone seems to be either brand new or fully renewed, so I'll give him a bump up for that. Let's go 3 stars. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, check out this other 1-star video where we got 1-star phones from TikTok, and we got some pretty crazy stuff. Go check it out. I'll see you there.